Okay, so there wasn't much to cover last month. Most of it was my Smash Brothers review and some other trivial crap like Loot Crate unboxings. But let's forget about all that for just a moment and focus on the theme for the month of December. Or should I say, DBzember. That's right folks, a whole month devoted to the best animated series of all time. That's a scientific fact, by the way, we have German scientists on it. Dragon Ball is arguably the biggest and most influential anime and manga series of all time. Everyone has seen or at least heard of this mega popular franchise. Some say it's the most epic and well-written thing ever made, with interesting characters and awesome fight scenes, while others think it's vastly overrated and the fights boil down to whoever fires the biggest Kamehameha. No matter your stance on the series, you cannot deny its massive influence. And without it, shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender would have never existed, and anime wouldn't have caught on so well outside of Japan. So let's pay tribute to the shonen that started it all. Now, I was going to cover all of Dragon Ball, but 155 episodes is a bit much. So instead, I decided I would cover all of the movies in the series. And we're going to start off with a bad one. And that movie is Dragon Ball Evolution. I would have a copy in my hand, but I already returned it to the library. I'm not going to just have a copy in my collection. I have Witchblade up there. Do you want to subject the innocence that is Witchblade to Dragon Ball Evolution? Let me put it to you this way. I would not show Dragon Ball Evolution to the evilest of people. Goku would not have subjected Frieza to that sort of punishment even though Frieza killed Krillin. That is how bad Dragon Ball Evolution is. You know, I recall years back, in an old issue of Wizard magazine, they had a small excerpt about Fox planning on making a film based off Dragon Ball Z. Now, I was excited just by the idea of it, okay? And seeing Goku and friends in a live-action film that captures the fun and excitement of Dragon Ball was interesting. Fast forward to 2009 or so, and Dragon Ball Evolution was announced. Trailers left a very mixed reaction amongst fans. People either wrote it off as crap, but then there was people, like me, who had hope for it. Then, when it hit theaters, I saw it, and there certainly wasn't any fun and excitement waiting for me in this film. You know what? Let's just start the review.
Time before many can remember, our planet faced its greatest challenge. A warlord named Piccolo came from beyond the stars, bringing darkness and chaos to our once peaceful world. Aided by his disciple Ozaru, the evil pair brought the human race to the brink of annihilation. Cities and countries crumbled beneath them. Countless lives were lost. But finally, a group of brave warriors created the Mafuba, a powerful enchantment that imprisoned Piccolo deep within the earth. With his master captured, Ozaru disappeared, and balance was slowly restored to our world. And so it has remained for thousands of years, until now.
Wow, this movie seems just as eager to get to the end credits as I am. So here we have Goku, played by Justin Chatwin, doing some early morning sparring with his grandpa Gohan. Admittedly, the fight isn't too bad, save for the cartoon beetle that Goku kicks into Gohan's mouth and the nightmare fuel that happens shortly after. I'm at a loss for... I don't know, I don't even know what to say. What is this? So, Goku tells Gohan the whole speech on how he's different and all that, how he feels like he doesn't fit in with everyone else, which is strange considering how generic he is, and the fact that he's a cliché, white, attractive male, and that he wants to learn how to get a girlfriend. Why? Goku doesn't have an interest in girls. They shoot him with guns, they try to steal his fish, they have butts on their chests. Goku doesn't need any of that shit. So Gohan just hands Goku the 4-star Dragon Ball and for some reason explains what it does. Here you go, grandson, take this magical item. But I don't want you to get into any trouble because of it. Thanks, Grandpa. But what does it do? Well, it can grant you any wish you want so long as you collect 6 other objects exactly like it. And a lot of evil people really want it. Have fun! Thanks, Grand Dick. So, Goku goes to school where a pair of generic movie bullies run over his bike. Oh, you better hope I don't find some sort of hidden inner strength that I had inside me all this time, or you will get your comeuppance. And we are abruptly introduced to the villain of the film, Piccolo, who is played by James Marsters. Yeah, Spike from Buffy. Okay, you know what, maybe this movie might not be all bad after all. So, we see Goku sitting in class, staring at Chi-Chi. Yeah, not creepy. Seriously, this is probably meant to be cute and whimsical, but let's change the music a bit. Yeah. See? Not so cute and whimsical. This is nothing remotely like Goku. He's the exact opposite of Goku. Goku wouldn't listen to someone if they told him not to fight. He sure as hell wouldn't take shit from a bully, and he wouldn't fawn over a female like this. He's Nega Goku. His name from now on is Ukog. The teacher quickly snaps Ukog out of his creeper state, and Ukog gives an answer to a question that totally doesn't make him sound strange or crazy.
Well, my grandfather would say, beware of the Nimics.
Nimics?
Yeah, they're an alien race that nearly destroyed Earth over 2,000 years ago.
And in the next scene, Ukog is creeping around the corner watching Chi-Chi fiddle with her locker. Look, I'm sorry, movie. I thought this was supposed to be Dragon Ball, not Justin Chatwin stalks a hot Asian chick. And when she approaches him, what does Ukog do? He tries to avoid her because when you like a girl, you should totally never talk to her. Because creepily peering out at her from the corner is totally the healthy and socially acceptable thing for someone to do.
Right, because there's a lot stupider names than Chi-Chi. I'm not saying that Chi-Chi's a stupid name, I'm just saying that it's not normal. But normal's overrated. I'm not saying that you're stupid or overrated, I'm
Actually, no, you know what, maybe not talking is the best thing for him, actually, now that I think about it. Ukog gets invited to Chi-Chi's party, and he literally just dumps his grandpa at home while he goes out in hopes of getting laid. See why I refuse to call him Goku? Goku would never have done something that inconsiderate. He would never just leave without telling someone. Except for that time when he just fucked off with Oog. But that was different, okay? So, Ukog beats up the school bullies and we get some weird wooden dialogue exposition stuff. I don't really know what to call it.
I know this may be hard to believe, but we're a lot alike.
You know what, Chi-Chi? You're right. You're right. Neither you nor Justin Chatwin could act your way out of a wet paper bag. So Piccolo arrives at Ukog's house to get the Dragon Ball, but since it's with Ukog, he just crushes Gohan with the house instead. Ukog returns home just in time to see his grandpa die, but with his last words, Gohan tells Ukog that he must find all 7 Dragon Balls before the next eclipse if he wishes to stop Piccolo. Oh, and that he's also got to go find Master Roshi. Ukog and Bulma do eventually find Master Roshi, who is played by Chow Yun-Fat? Holy shit! This movie really is pumping out the star power. But oddly, I can't buy Chow Yun-Fat as a pervy old man. He just doesn't fit the bill. It's something about him. Ukog uses a ki blast against Roshi, but Roshi identifies the technique right away since he trained Gohan? Gohan? You know, When Heath Ledger played the Joker, they gave him a copy of The Killing Joke, so he'd know how the Joker acts. Now this is something as simple as a fucking name. Like it's one thing to get a character's personality wrong, but you can't even pronounce Gohan. It's Gohan. Shit, if James Marsters was on the set, he would have bitch slapped Chow Yun-fat with his awesome jawline just for mispronouncing it. Okay, enough nerd rage. Continue, movie. Ukog and Bulma agree to take Master Roshi with them, and Master Roshi tells Ukog that he must master airbending. Oh, no, 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 no. We are not getting into that. Airbending has already been in one bad adaptation of an animated series. We aren't going there today, okay, movie? While in the desert, the three manage to find themselves stuck in a trap hole when suddenly some douchebag with blonde hair peers down at them. And who's this guy? It's Yamcha.
I do not know what this Yamcha is, but it sounds disappointing.
Yamcha offers the group a way out of the trap in exchange for Bulma's vehicle. But Bulma, being the seething bitch that she is, declines his offer. Yeah, because time totally isn't of the essence here, lady.
What a crock!
Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please?
What a crock!
You might wanna get that cleared up. Yeah. You're welcome. Also, new hairstyle would probably do you some good too. Roshi offers Yamcha a cut of Bulma's profits if he can help them find a nearby Dragon Ball. Yamcha agrees, and the group eventually find themselves in some volcanic-ass place where they get attacked by the Putty Patrol. Ukog uses the putties to make a bridge to the Dragon Ball, but is attacked by Piccolo's henchwoman Mai, who works for Pilaf, not Piccolo. Yes, there was a time where Pilaf worked for Piccolo, but Mai was still operating under Pilaf. Ukog subdues her and goes to the others where he tells Roshi about the vision that the Dragon Ball showed him. Because that's the way this movie's going, apparently. I guess nobody on the production team had ever watched or read Dragon Ball. So Roshi decides that their only chance at stopping Piccolo lies in Toisan, where they meet this film's version of Mutatio, played by Ernie Hudson. Okay, I shouldn't be too surprised by this. He's been in his fair share of bad films, Ghostbusters too. But even this isn't worthy of his worst performance. What?
I liked that one.
So later on, Roshi is teaching Ukog how to use the Kamehameha. I won't call it the Kamehameha because it's not the Kamehameha, which Ukog has to use to ignite 5 candles in the room. Chi-Chi, being the general cock-teased slut that she is in this film, uses this to her advantage so she can get close to Ukog. Now my issue with this is that she catches Ukog trying to light a candle with another candle. Goku wouldn't do that, okay? He would keep practicing the Kamehameha until he got it just right. He would not need some form of incentive to train. He trains for fun, and okay, no, you know what? If I keep pointing out the character inconsistencies in this film, we're going to be here all day. So I'll try to ease up on it. Try being the key word. So later on, Bulma catches Chi-Chi coming out of Ukog's room. Wow, chicka wow wow. But it turns out it's not Chi-Chi at all, but an imposter who stole the Dragon Balls. Bulma, Yamcha, and Ukog give chase until the imposter begins to fight with the real Chi-Chi, who Ukog stupidly knocks out. You know, all he would have had to do is look at her arm. Problem solved. And what? Mai was a shapeshifter? No, Mai is not a shapeshifter. That was, like, okay, first off, that wasn't established earlier. Second off, she's not a shapeshifter in the show, or the comics, or in any continuity. They just made shit up as they went along. This makes no sense. How the hell does she change shape? No, I'm sorry, movie. Explain! You set the rules, explain them, and follow them. establish how she can do this. Fuck! Now, Piccolo has all 7 Dragon Balls, and the group is racing to Dragon Temples so they can stop him from summoning the Eternal Dragon. They arrive at Dragon Temple, and Roshi and Piccolo are quick to shoot Hadokens at each other, which causes Yamcha's shitty vehicle to spin out of control and crash. Piccolo soon reveals to Goku that he's the Ozaru. Yeah, Goku came to Earth as a baby and lived amongst the humans until his 18th birthday, where he was supposed to become Ozaru and destroy all of mankind. You know, there's a word for the kinds of people that become Uzarus. It's called Saiyans. You could have used it. Just throwing this out there, movie. There's a name for those kinds of people. It's Saiyans. Now this means that the whole thing that Ukog has spent the entire movie trying to stop is himself. Oddly, that twist is actually pretty good. But then the movie shits the bed and ruins the scene with a shitty CGI Donkey Kong in an orange bathrobe. So Ukog kills Roshi and is so enraged by the Uzaru controlling him that he wills himself back to being humanish again. Way to go, Dragon Ball Evolution. You officially out-dumbed M. Bison's shirt doing CPR on him. Congratulations. Bulma has a brief fight with Mai, who is subdued by Yamcha. She was subdued by Yamcha. That's depressing. That's like getting beat by Glass Joe. That's like falling in the first spike pit in Sonic the Hedgehog. That is running into the very first Goomba in Super Mario Bros. Ukog and Piccolo continue their little scuffle, and it's really, really lame. Like, just watch.
Ozaru. To be a one with myself, I must be two.
Again!
Yeah, Ukog just sort of flies into him with the Kamehameha. Now, in the manga, Goku charges up the Kamehameha and uses it to launch himself at Piccolo, using his fist to rip through Piccolo's innards. The second fight with Piccolo, he uses the Kamehameha through his feet to launch his whole body at Piccolo since he didn't have the strength to move. Here, he just flies at him. We haven't established flying yet. We've established that he can jump really high, but never full-on flight. Look, I said it before, movie. If you're going to make your own rules, at least fucking follow them. Ukog beats Piccolo and uses the Dragon Balls to resurrect Master Roshi. And then we get some shameless sequel begging during the credits. Thank Jesus that is over. This movie is some seriously bad shit. If you've seen it, then you know. If not, steer clear. You see, it's not like Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme, which was so bad it's good. It's just plain bad. To be fair though, there is some good to be found here. James Marsters gives a pretty solid performance, and the costumes and makeup are all really good. And okay, some of the sets are kind of pretty to look at. Despite that, the humor is non-existent, the action is droll and boring, and they couldn't even get simple character traits right. To make matters worse, this is by the same guy who brought us Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer. You know, the guy you'd figure could make a good fucking Dragon Ball movie. Poor acting, terrible special effects, stock music, horrible movie tropes, and some laughably bad writing are what really drag this movie down. As a hardcore Dragon Ball fan, I was pissed at this movie. It's a poor representation of my favorite animated series and comic of all time. As a fan of movies, I'm absolutely livid. How can someone let something this bad exist? I mean, there's Uwe Boll films which have some great scenes, there's some really bad Uwe Boll films, but there's at least one or two good scenes, but this movie has nothing. It has some piss-poor pacing, and it's pretty much a wild-ass goose chase. I mean, Goku has to find Master Roshi for what reason? You'd normally say to train under him so he can beat Piccolo. But Goku just beats Piccolo. You barely see him training, and most of the time he's just trying to get into Chi-Chi's sweet and sour patch. He spends half the movie trying to get laid, a quarter of it fighting, and the other quarter of the film being an unlikable twat. If you want a good Dragon Ball movie, just take all the action scenes from Man of Steel and just watch those. That's 10 times the Dragon Ball movie that this is. Sadly, this is not a great start to DBZember. So next time we'll be looking deep into Dragon Ball Z, and maybe we'll find that such a simple show isn't really so simple after all. I'll see you then.